sound, so I don't think we're live.
I forgot it. Pew.
I think it was like or something.
Yeah, okay, that's a better.
That sounds right.
Now we're live.
Obviously.
Yeah, magic.
It's official.
All right. How are you doing, buddy? You
Pretty
there?
good.
Are we on Twitch?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
good. Good. Okay. There we go. That looks right. Excellent. Okay, folks. Hello, people of the internet. Hello, humans that I know in real life. Good to see you all. I hope you're as excited for today's episode 39. Yeah. Yes, it's a personal victory for me every time I know the episode, and Taya agrees with me. That's a nice one.
To be fair, I can cheat and look at my notes, so.
Right. That's exactly it. You're cheating by looking at your notes, not some problem with me.
I'm helping you out here, Jay. I got your back.
Thank you. Take an inspiration for helping your DM.
Wow. Gosh,
I already have one, but yeah, it's the spirit. I get real excited every time.
Yeah. That's why I give it away so liberally, because then you can reward people with it, and they already have it, so it doesn't cost you anything.
I think we're like dogs. It's like the Pavlov effect, just like we just get excited every time we get inspiration.
There we go. Mm-hmm. And with that, folks, let's get started with our episode. So, hello, I'm Jason. I'm the game master. It's my job to create the scenarios that we all know and love, and these fine players get to work through and try their best to survive. And we're joined by our awesome cast today, and we're going to start on my left.
Oh, that's me. Hello, my name is Paula, and I play Kit in the Best Left Buried series. And I would like to tell you about our social media. We are online on multiple different platforms. You can find us. The handle is @Heroes Die Show on the various different internet social gathering places like TikTok, Twitter /X, Instagram. You can find all kinds of content, videos. We're in the process of creating more right now, but there's a little bit of a backlog you can look at. We've got some funny stuff, some DM tips, some updates, that type of stuff. So go check us out, give us a follow. We would love to have you there. And you can also keep up with us in other ways.
Primarily Discord. I'm Taya. I play Elspeth Pike in our Best Left Buried series. Speaking of DM tips, on our Discord page, we do have a channel based purely on DM tips and how to help your campaign be the best that it can be by interacting with other people that are, have come and joined our Discord to see what they're doing, ideas that they might have. If you're stumped with something, it's a great place to go. We also have a behind the scenes channel. Don't ever miss out on what happens that we put in there because it's usually pretty important. And then also character art that drops and just the benefit of getting to chat with us and talk to us on the daily. We're pretty cool. How else can we keep up to date on what's going on with Heroes Die?
Hello, I'm Josh, and I'll be playing Zagrin. And so here's the story. You've gone on social media and you followed us, right? And you saw all the cool stuff we posted there. And then you went on our Discord and you're hooked on our DM tips, the behind the scenes stuff, and you're like, I just can't get enough. I'm watching the show, but I want to bring this excitement to the game I play. We thought of this problem, and not only did we think of it, we solved it. And that solution, patreon.com/Heroes Die Show, where you can get all cool stuff. You got monsters, you got modules, you got one-shot games. You can bring that stuff to your table. And to look great doing it, we got a discount code that can get you physical merch. And what do we do with that code?
We can take that code and go down to Big Cartel and grab yourself some hats, some mugs. The mugs look like this, just in case you want to know. The hats look like that, just in case you want to know. And, my name's Mike. I'll be playing Soleus in the Best Left Buried campaign. Come on down to Big Cartel. Use discount codes. Come represent your favorite D&D group. Just do it, damn it.
Yeah, good reasoning.
Yeah. Why not?
Awesome. Okay, folks, with that, we're going to send you away to a little video, and then we'll be right back. So see you in a second.
Ah, old friend, you're here again. So glad you could stop by. Come, sit a while and let's begin. The tale of heroes die. In distant lands are stories made with villains most despised. A tale of magic, strength, and blade, of camaraderie and lies. It's one I know quite well, you see. Perhaps you'll find out why. The legends and the histories remember. Heroes die.
All right, we're back live. It looks like we can hear everybody, so that's a good sign.
Yep.
Thanks, folks, for hanging out. On that, I want to say some thank yous. I want to say thank you to all of you out there watching. It's a lot of fun to do the show, but it's really cool that some of you actually join us week after week, and feels great to be able to share this with you. I would play just with these awesome people week after week because it's about as good as D&D gets in my life, and I love that. But it's good to be able to share this with other folks. On that, I want to thank you players for playing every week. I really enjoy getting to come up with terrible dilemmas and situations for you all to deal with, and I like that y'all come back for more week after week. I want to say thank you to the folks at Tabletop Audio that make the awesome audio that we get to use as ambiance as we go. Use it in all sorts of circumstances when you're out there playing. I probably have other thank yous, but I'll try and remember them for the break. For now, let's hop right back in to episode 39. How's that sound? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Good. So can somebody help me out a little bit and remind me what happened last week?
I know that we fought a lot of zombies. That happened. We've been traveling on the ice. We started, I believe, in the camp. Soleus, I know, stole a bunch of stuff. We talked about some strange ships with strange sails on the horizon, possibly dynasty ships. And then I know Zagrin had some odd dreams. Chalea also gave Kit some weird visions, which seems to be happening quite a bit, but eventually we made the decision to leave the camp and go towards the lava flow. We went through this pretty massive storm, had to bed down for the night, and also noticed that creature, that woman that Chalea had showed Kit, might be following us.
The vampire lady.
Pretty terrible, yeah. And then we found a lot of ice zombies on the way, got into a little bit of a fight through that, and then found where these zombies had probably come from, a camp that had been decimated, perhaps by a dragon-type creature.
Where we chose to bed down for the evening.
Because that's a great idea.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, okay? It's already been
Right.
there. We're fine.
Exactly.
We're safe.
That's the name of this
Yeah.
episode, actually. Lightning doesn't strike twice. Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
Weird.
Nailed it.
Weird.
Ice lightning doesn't
Wait a
sink.
second. I don't think that's it.
It's true. This episode is actually called All That Glitters, but
All that
We'll see.
glitters doesn't strike twice. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the rest of the saying, I think.
That's exactly it. We're safe. All that to say, we're safe.
yeah. Awesome. And did you decide to take a long rest there or just take a short rest?
Yeah,
Oh,
Long
good.
rest.
go big or go home,
Yeah.
Might as well stay
We're
here
that
for 8
safe.
hours.
Yeah, we're just bedding down.
Complete with campfire and sausages
Mhm.
and songs.
Yeah.
Ghost
Great.
stories around the campfire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So you're doing a fire inside one of the wow.
Yurts.
I was trying to say yurts, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to go with yurt or tent, and I got it wrong
Yents.
twice in a row.
It's
So,
called a yent.
a yent. Yeah, in fact, that's what they call them. They call them yents. That's their culturally appropriate name for
Sure is now.
the that's they have.
Canon.
And if any of y'all remind me of it, I'll find a way to hurt your characters. So just keep that in mind. So let's hop back into it. So you are This maybe is
What is this
too-
music?
I
Oh
know,
my
Yeah, maybe a little
god.
too
Okay,
serious.
Maybe we shouldn't have stayed here with this.
Good
We're saying short
morning.
rest, right? Short rest.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm terrified. Oh, a tear is coming out
That
of my
was-
eye right now.
God.
You're making
Don't
breakfast.
Everything is so aggressive.
I think I started sweating.
This is why you don't invite players to your game if you really want to have a good time as a GM. Just don't do it.
Yeah, just play by yourself. And,
Play with yourself. That's the secret to happiness. You know?
What-
That's
Phrasing.
gonna go, and that's the next quote that is gonna be.
I hope
Yeah.
not to see that on TikTok. Yeah. Anywho, you decide to take a long rest in the tent, right? And as you're doing so, are we setting up watches? How are we doing this?
Absolutely. I mean, Soleus only needs 4 hours, so I guess I'd take I'll sleep for the first 4 hours and take the second watch, I guess.
I think that Kit and Essie had been going to watch together because she was going to do a little bit more instructing with how to read during that time. Because we're really good at keeping watch.
Okay. So, Kit and Essie, go ahead and one of you make me a roll with advantage, or each roll a perception. I don't care how you do it.
Are we want to each roll one? Or do you want to roll in both?
I'm not bad at it. I can
All
do
right,
it.
here, I'll give you, listen, your eyes will be even better if you get the Elspeth Pike Guarantee of Excellence.
Okay. That's a D6.
Four.
Okay.
I wish it was a D6. Boy, that'd be even better.
Okay, that's a dirty 20. That's good.
Okay. So you look out as y'all go through your watch, with Essie taking time to teach Kit more about how to read, and so it distracts you a little bit, but you don't see anything in particular happen. Soleus, you're taking the second watch on your own?
Oh, I'll
I
join him.
can. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join him.
We'll
Why
just
not?
tell him everything is quiet. Let's keep it that way.
Okay, so Zagrin, you're going to join him for the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And are y'all sticking together, splitting up? How does it look? How do y'all perform watch? Just out of curiosity.
I'm thinking
Any
back to
particular
back. Back
Yeah, I
to
think
back
kinda
chatting.
just-
Holding knives.
Standing at attention, and we might be talking casually throughout the night, but I think that we're pretty good at doing watch.
Mhm.
Standing
We made it
around
this
not doing
far.
much is easy enough.
Yeah.
I'm nervous now.
Okay, great. So one of y'all roll me a perception with advantage, or each of you roll.
What do you
Go
want
for
to
it.
do? Okay.
With advantage, go for it.
With advantage, thank God that was a 2 and a 5. But I have a +8. So 13.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. You don't notice anything,
Great.
but you feel all night, or for a good portion of your watch, as if you are being watched very intently, Soleus.
There's something out there.
Can't say that's surprising.
I think we have a guest. Why aren't they attacking?
Well, let's stay near the fire anyway. Perhaps they get scared off by the light.
Did Kit say what it was? Did she mention the word vampire? Or did she just say, naked woman? Naked woman killing people.
I didn't mention the word vampire. I can't recall if Essie did or not, but I just described what happened. So I guess if you knew what a vampire was, then you might kind of suspect that's what it was, but
Yeah, he just doesn't want to bring it into existence. He doesn't want to manifest it. But yeah, he knows. He knows that this thing is after blood.
I mean, we can just keep calling her the
Sounds
naked lady, I guess.
Yeah.
Point of order here, or clarification. She wasn't naked in the vision, but she was barefoot.
our perception of it was that she was naked.
Right. Got it. Yeah,
Mhm.
no problem.
Mhm. Yeah. Aren't we also creating the world here, Jason?
You know what? I'm sorry.
Every NPC that you haven't mentioned their clothes, I've been picturing naked. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
we just
mean,
assume they're naked.
I was totally convinced that she was naked. I don't know where I got that from.
I don't know either, Paula.
Well, okay. I think we'll just go back. She was naked when she attacked the people.
Yeah.
We're just gonna say it now. That's canon. I'm sorry for yucking y'all's yum there.
Didn't yuck my
And
yum.
so, excellent. And so your night passes uneventfully. Although as the shift starts coming to an end, you can see some lights in the distance moving towards the camp.
So this is at the end of the watch.
Near the end
Folks are
of
waking
your
up.
long rest, probably an hour before y'all wrap up.
Lord Zagrin, on the horizon there. What do you think that is?
Well, I doubt it's the welcome wagon. Should we wake the others, or wait until it gets closer? Maybe it passes us by.
I think we should wake the others.
Yeah, I'll go down and jostle awake whoever's sleeping.
Ah, Ravenblood. Oh, shh. What's going
Lights on
on?
the horizon. Ready yourselves.
Get all my stuff. Get up. Yeah. All right, we're ready.
Chink ready.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I need to do. No, I'll start putting on, armor and stuff. Get ready. How much
Okay.
time do we got?
Unclear. They're in the distance, but maybe approaching.
Yeah, watching outside, you do get the sense that they're moving towards your camp, or towards the camp. They may be here anywhere within an hour or two.
Do we want to stick around or do we want to get out of here?
Perhaps we've overstayed our welcome.
Do we want to find out who they are? Should we hide when they show up?
Can we tell anything about, can we see? Can we look through the spyglass and see?
Yeah. I'll bring out my spyglass.
Ooh, looking through the spyglass, you can see some details.
Ooh.
They're carrying torches. So it's a group carrying torches, and they've got a sled with them. So they've got a sled with them. It's being pulled by an ogre, or it looks like an ogre, a large figure wearing heavy furs. There's an even bigger figure with the group, some kind of giant, and a pair or 4 humanoids. They're moving towards you.
Do we think this is the wild folk?
They're definitely wearing wild folk clothing.
Well,
What are you thinking, Salius?
I don't see them being much of a threat. If we had something to trade, we could actually get some information from them.
I can see us going the other way too if they think that we caused all this. It's not like we can communicate super effectively with them.
I think it would be very easy to show them that we did not do this. just a mild amount of
could do this.
investigation.
I could do this if I really wanted to.
Don't say that.
Well, that's fine. If I really wanted to, I don't want to. I'm just saying. You can stage anything you want to.
I mean, they might want to use our camp. Or maybe not. It depends how
Maybe it's
superstitious
their
they are. Oh.
I mean, what are the chances that this might be the camp of their family or their camp?
Then they'd want to know what happened.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll follow your lead.
If we greet them, then all the more reason to trust.
Yes, I think we approach and see what we might be able to offer one another.
We have tradables.
Are those
Yeah.
like edibles, but the trading kind?
Yes, for kids.
Oh, the kid-friendly ones. All right.
Yes.
Never tried those.
All right, so y'all are about an hour away from the brief period of daylight that you'll see this time of year. As you look at this, are y'all heading out of your camp towards them? Are y'all waiting there at the ruins of the settlement? What are we up to?
I'd like to wait there.
You're gonna wait in the ruins of the settlement.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
going towards them backtracking or going closer to where we need to go?
Neither. It's going off at an angle towards the mountain. They're coming down from the mountain.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
wait.
Then I don't
yeah.
want to go up the mountain.
Don't
We'll send up.
worry, it'll be fun.
I'll send up some dancing lights and just make sure the place is like well lit, so they know that hey, there's people here.
The camp is well lit.
Yeah, there's the fire going and just whatever kind of extra lights I can make to just make sure that's a little come here beacon.
Okay.
And did you get the greeting, the wild folk greeting? Didn't you ask the last group if there was like a standard like hello,
Secret handshake?
a secret handshake?
Yeah, I think it wasn't like super standardized, but I've been trying to gather what customs or similarities I can as we've encountered them,
Yeah.
particularly the ones that we talked with last time.
Okay, so we would know something roughly.
If all fails, we give them the sign or the signal.
Oh.
Exactly. There you go. You're on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So you wait, and slowly these people approach the camp, and they approach as dawn is beginning to rise. So there's a little bit of light as they get in towards the camp, and you can see, you can see a number of things happen at once, right? Like the group is relatively suspicious. In fact, they leave the cart a ways back as they begin getting closer, and they're moving up with weapons drawn, arrows out, and very much ready for trouble. As they get closer, you can see a lot of these people tend to be fairly stoic, right? But there's a lot of looking around at the destroyed camp. And you can read from their body language that there's a lot of suspicion and upset from this group.
Just try to look non-threatening.
Yeah.
Raise my hands a little
Accompany
bit.
Yeah,
accompany
unarmed.
Zagran. Yeah. Our hands are up.
One thing, Selaeus, that you note as the light begins to rise, not far from where you and Zagran were keeping watch, there is what looks like a small Arctic fox. The body of a small Arctic fox. It's white fur, matted, a little bit with blood, but otherwise seems very much drained.
All right.
I'll motion to Kit. I'll be like, and point it out. Be like, that.
So where is that? Where's the body of it?
It's 30 feet from the entrance of the tent that y'all were staying in.
All right, people, that's fine. Arctic foxes, not okay.
And looking where it was, you do see some footprints, although this time, the booted feet of wild folk, not the bare feet that you saw last time.
Oh. So it was wild folk that was snooping around?
Maybe one of the wild folk. Maybe she is one of the wild folk.
Okay,
But yeah,
interesting.
there's a little Arctic fox that has been drained of blood.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted Kit to be aware of that.
I will, acknowledge it and just take a look at it. But yeah.
Yeah, inspecting the scene, you pick up what I just shared with you, right? And so, as the wild folk come closer, the one of the orcs in the group steps forward. He doesn't have his weapon. He has his weapon drawn, but not like ready to fight. So he's got an axe like in his hand, his hand up close to the handle, and he looks at you all, and he goes, "Explain what happened here."
We took shelter here last night, but it was in this condition when we approached. There were some sort of monstrosities, frozen bodies that attacked us, and we took refuge in this camp after dispatching with the ones that we could see. But I think you can tell from the magnitude of the damage here that we did not cause this.
Make me a persuasion roll, please.
Can I just say something like,
33.
never mind, you got it.
Slick. It's his wheelhouse.
Zagrin, you have a, talking to the leader here, right? As you begin to describe the scene, you can see that you're building a connection. He seems open to the things that you're saying, and he goes, "What did this?"
As I said, we did face some creatures before we took refuge here, but they were no bigger than you or I. Something much larger would have done this type of damage, but we saw no sign of...
I'm just thinking, I'll just interject a little bit. Whatever it was, I believe it was larger than a wyvern. I haven't seen one, but I'm thinking maybe a dragon. Have you ever seen something like that before around these parts? A flying monstrosity?
They turn and begin speaking to each other in another language, and the one turns back and goes, Some of the people tell stories of a great dragon, but never have I heard of this creature or seen anything that could do this. Tell me, where did you find the bodies? Where are our people?
I'll give him like exact, from what I can remember, exact locations of where they were. I'm sorry, we had to defend ourselves. They were undead, from what I pieced together. They just kept getting back up and attacking us. I thought it best to lay him to rest.
He nods at you. I understand. We will find the remains, put them to rest as we can. Go from here. This camp is no more.
Have you ever crossed the lava flow?
The river of fire.
Yeah.
I have not. But some of the folk do.
Do you mind me asking how you do that, how you get across?
The ice flows. The ice. It doesn't melt. Those
All right.
who are skilled and fast cross the ice.
Thank you. Sorry about your folks here.
Soleus, do we have a few supplies we can give them in repayment for the hospitality of using what was left of the camp last night?
We do. Weapons, some provisions. The fire is still going.
And we'll give them some of the supplies. I don't know how many we have, but just some of the random things that we have, and thank them.
We thank you, strangers, for this gift. We thank you for telling us what you know.
Is there any small, like, halfling, gnomish figures in the group?
So you have 2 orcs, 2 humans, an ogre, and a giant. Giant is like looking through the camp actively, like picking through rubble, looking for bodies.
I'll like look at Kit almost questioningly. Like, can I say something more, or are we keeping this under wraps? It's kind of like I'm giving her a look.
I'll just kind of shrug back.
Should we tell them about the...
I want to warn them. I mean, I just feel like, yeah, there's something else out there. Maybe a smaller woman of some variety taking the blood of living beings, leaving nothing left. You heard of something like that?
Barefoot.
Quite naked.
Hot.
All right, well, all right. Slays has a tie back in.
We're adding to it. We're adding.
gotta be
Yes,
adding on.
and. Yes,
Yeah,
and.
yes, anding. There we go. So the man who's talking to you, he seems confused. He goes, I have not heard of such a thing. Nothing could walk the ice. Nothing living could walk the ice without protection. Even
don't
the
think it's-
ancient ones, beasts, freeze.
Whatever this woman is, I don't think she's natural necessarily. Just watch her back. Don't be taken in by a innocent looking person who might take all your blood.
Double
will.
up on watches.
We will be wary. Thank you, strangers.
My name is Elspeth. Your name?
Lirin.
Pleasure to meet you, Lyrin. Be safe.
You as well. Before you leave, they give you a little bit of the game they caught. Clearly, this was a hunting party out looking for things. They give you enough that you have 4 extra days of food.
Nice. This is the good stuff.
Fresh.
We gave him like hardtack and they give us fresh game. That would be terrible. We can give him some berries and fruit, right?
I mean, there were some short swords in there too. There's some weaponry.
Hopefully a shovel. I feel like they could use a shovel right now.
A shovel, yeah.
Maybe an ice pick. Well, yeah, maybe I'll
True.
go.
They got a lot of burying to do.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, they seem ready to move on. So you see them go through the camp and start doing what they can. And before long, in fact, before you even finish your conversation, the sun sets again, and you're surrounded by more of that endless night.
I think that's a good time to like put our hoods on and just walk into the night.
Slayus? Where'd you go?
Oh, sorry. Here.
Oh.
I will also make some
Wheel.
dancing lights.
They do point you, if you're looking across the river, they do point you towards the river.
I'll stick close to Kit while we walk. Just keep looking around.
As you're going, you can see off in the distance a glow. You think you finally sighted the River Inferno, although it is still miles off in the ice. You're not confident you're going to get to it today. You likely have at least another day's travel before you reach the river. But now you can see that glow out in the distance.
May we always head towards the light.
Yeah, I suppose. Sagrin, I've spoken with Silius a little bit about this in the past, but I have a healthy respect for the gods, I guess, or people's feeling the need to worship them. What gives you such faith in this light of yours?
The relationship I have is multifaceted. I have experienced the forgiving light of the Luxon in so many ways, in that I wouldn't still be alive if I hadn't been brought back so many times by the beacons, but it's more than just what the light can do and the power that it grants that guides me. It's much more of the understanding that all that we have, the world as we know it, wouldn't exist without the light.
But don't you need some darkness for the light to shine?
You're speaking with someone who spent most of their many lifetimes underground, and although the light, and I kind of like point where the sun had recently set, can be dangerous for my people in many ways and can cause more than some mild discomfort, we understand that it is a necessity and that there is no light without dark and there is no hope without fear. And these are the things that have led the Kryn dynasty to the glory that it has today.
So you feel like this light, is it a goddess?
It is. The Luxon is the light. They are one and the same, and it is that that guides my faith. The oneness of the entity, the offering, and the power. They're all hand in hand.
And this goddess, the Luxon, she speaks to you.
Not in words, but in feelings, and obviously through Lirimnor.
Then how do you know it's her and not some eldritch being teasing your mind?
The faith that nothing else could speak with me in such a way. The understanding, the authenticity, the genuine, and the distinctly light that is the Luxon. No other creature could have those messages in such a way. It is literally who I am.
Faith. I think that's the thing the concept that I struggle with. How do you put faith in something you don't even know is tangible?
Well, you yourself seek to at least see the beacon, to see the manifestation of the power that the Luxon holds. I think opening your mind to all that she has to offer will aid you in that, and I know we've had some disagreements on the extent of your interaction with the beacon once we have secured it, but by opening your mind to the power of the Luxon and all that she has to offer and all that she's already done for all the creatures on this plane, I think that your interaction will be more fact than faith, and you will understand as I do.
But why does this goddess of the light, why would she pick favorites? Doesn't everybody get an equal shot at that? What makes her special in opposition to the other gods?
Well, they all have their role, and they all have their powers and their domains. What the Luxon offers is clarity, literally light. And to understand that answers the question itself. That once you understand what the Luxon offers, there's no question that she is above all. And I kind of look to Silius. It's gotten us this far, right?
Maybe I'd be more inclined to believe if I held something tangible in my hands.
I'll hand her Lirimnor.
I'll take it. Out of curiosity.
As you grab Lirimnor for the first time, you get a sense of presence out of this thing. Lirimnor is no simple weapon. Lirimnor is very much alive, and in fact the flail begins moving around as you touch it.
Easy.
She chose us, Miss Pike.
You have no doubt that if you wanted to, you would not be able to wield Lirimnor against its consent.
I'll hand it back. It's not my type of weapon anyway.
But you felt that it was something more than a mere weapon, a manifestation of the light's powers and gifts that she offers to her favored and those that embrace her. This is not something that is merely limited to the Drow. In fact, we have been working towards assimilating more of the people that live within the dynasty and offering all that the Luxon has, never by force, but merely by showing the power that the light wields.
Interesting. Thanks. I'm always interested in what other people believe in and why.
One thing you know for sure, Essie, is that this is not on the list of sanctioned religions
Oh, yeah.
for the Empire, and that
Yep.
worshipping the Luxon would be a criminal act in the Empire.
Mhm. She'll just kind of muse to herself about that. And what's so bad about it? Kind of to herself.
As you proceed across the frozen wastes, I have a question for everybody, which is, tell me a little bit about how you're moving as you go through this long night.
Obviously not walking with any particular kind of pattern, right? You know?
We're zagging. We're zigzagging. I was going to say with our feet,
Zigzagrin.
but you know. I don't know.
I would take the lead. I'd be
Okay.
like, moving forward, staying decently ahead, shadow stepping whenever I can. It's like when Seleus walks up a bit, it's like he's over here, he's over there.
Yeah, you're
You
moving
know.
fast over the frozen tundra and
Yeah.
deep snow.
Sometimes you
time.
don't even see him moving. Like he'll just be here. You'll pass him again. You'll pass him again a little bit.
Okay, so Seleus is kind of moving around the group regularly,
Mhm.
looking for threats, keeping things from getting close.
Yeah, with his hands behind his back, kind of thing.
Right,
I
got
think
it.
I'd be taking up the rear and just making sure, like, almost obsessively counting to make sure that we're all here and safe, as I just make sure that nobody gets left behind.
Yeah, Calamity keeps a light at all times. Calamity keeps a magical light at all times on herself and tries to stick towards the middle of the group.
Yeah, Zagrim would be towards the middle. He'd be intermittently throwing out dancing lights or using prestidigitation to warm his armor or his coat that's over his armor. But he's sticking towards the middle.
Kit will be sticking next to Calamity, I think, and also just like keeping a lookout for Chalea, or just, I don't know, trying to sense her constantly, like kind of just on watch for any signs of her. Also, of any signs of her of Murdo.
Yeah, Murdo has been well silent, and you've heard nothing from him in some time.
Yeah, having a
are
crow
you-
right now would be helpful.
Are you actively seeking Chalea? Because you can do that, but there's often a cost to doing that.
I don't think I would at the moment, like while we're on the move, but yeah, I'll wait
Okay.
on that.
Okay. Seleus, as you're moving around the party, like in the dark, at some point you let the party pass by you. And you see, not 20 feet away from you, a figure dressed in the furs of the wild folk. Figure dressed in the furs of the wild folk, and you can see the light from Calamity's light reflect off her large pupils, or this figure's large pupils, and they're just staring at you.
20 feet behind us?
Behind you,
So
yes.
the rest of the group walked right by?
The rest of the group passed by. You let them pass by you. And as you're standing there getting ready to catch up again before you move, you see this person probably 20 feet behind you. And they are certainly looking at you.
He squints. And then kind of like disappears into the shadow steps toward the group.
We are being followed. Behind us, 20 feet. Our little visitor.
All right. Guess it's best to act like we didn't see anything. Maybe we can draw it out on our terms.
All right. Keep moving. I'll keep an eye.
And I'll kind of like let the group go by again, looking
Okay.
out.
Kit will just put a protective hand on Calamity's shoulder and just say, "Stay close to me."
You know, it's like, I got your back too. As you let the group get ahead of you again, you look back for this figure, and into the darkness you don't see anything, and then you turn back towards the group, and there, not 10 feet from you, is this same figure now standing between you and the group.
What do you want?
They look at you. They pull back their heavy hood, and you can see a human woman with very pale skin and dark hair. She looks at you. She goes, I've seen you. You're so fast and so comfortable in the dark. She takes a small step towards you.
I take a step back.
I asked you a question.
As you say that, she steps back a little bit. She goes, I didn't mean to frighten you.
You are not.
I've followed you. I want to know more.
As do we.
She looks at you, and you lock eyes. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
No.
Excuse me, ma'am. He's married to the light.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get along.
Can I?
Wisdom, eh?
I can't see them. Right? You don't
19.
know this is happening.
19. You can feel, like, as you look in her eyes, you feel yourself being pulled into her gaze, and you have a moment of confusion, but you shake it off. As you shake it off, you notice that she's moved closer to you. Not much, but a step or two. And yet
That's
you heard
closer.
no noise as she did so.
Stop it. Tell me what you want.
I want to know what's happening. what's happened to me. And I need help.
I think I know what you need.
I'm so cold. And she... I'm so hungry.
Perhaps we could work something out. Stay close. But do not attack. Do you understand?
I won't harm you. I'm just so hungry. Join your friends.
I will make sure you get something. What is your name?
She begins walking back out into the darkness.
What's your...
As she disappears into the night, you hear for a second, you think whether it's the wind or it's a whisper, you hear Estelle.
Estelle. Nice.
Yeah, and he shadow steps forward back to the group.
Oh, Silius, there you are. Everything all right out there?
Everything's fine.
Good. You say anything? Any tracks? How far do you think we are from the lava flow?
From what I can tell, just a little under a day's journey. We are still being followed.
What's new? We're always being followed. It's that soap that you used. It's way too good smelling. Even I'd follow you through the blizzard.
It's better than the alternative.
How fresh is the kill that we got from one of the wild folk?
Not super fresh. Like what you got is like a haunch of an animal, right?
Okay,
not a full thing. And again, a piece that's been prepared for eating.
Yeah, so it's like been cured a little bit.
Not quite cured, but like made ready to.
There's no blood in
Luckily,
it.
it's
Right.
cold enough here that your meat stays frozen. But
Right, exactly. Okay.
yeah, you've got like a big walking freezer.
What did she say her name was? I forgot.
Estelle.
Oh. Yeah, Celeste's gonna go over to Kit and be like,
I think I may have a name for you.
A name for what?
The person you saw. The naked person.
You spoke to her?
I did. She is dressed in furs. She is here. She is following us. Her name is Estelle. She promised not to harm us.
She could be lying.
Absolutely.
I saw what she did. I don't trust. I don't trust it at all. Be careful. What did she say?
She tried to, I believe it was charm me. She's quite charming, actually.
Are you charmed?
I don't think so.
Are you sure? You don't look scared.
I am not.
Maybe you should be.
I believe if we keep her fed, that we might be safe.
Who are we feeding her with?
Leave that to me.
Calamity gives you like a serious look as you say this. She's like, makes eye contact with you, Kit, and looks back at Slayus.
Oh, wild game, obviously. If we come across any hunters or poachers that are trying to lure us into a trap, I'm sure they'd make a fine meal.
Oh, all right. Thanks for letting me know.
Perhaps you can ask Chalea if she knows anything. Till then, I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, be careful. If she's trying to charm us,
Yes.
that's dangerous.
I advise not meeting her gaze. It is quite bewitching.
I'm just gonna share a look with Calamity. All right.
Yeah, I let them again walk by. It's like you could see him, he's kind of like a little bit preoccupied. Has that like 10-mile stare, just off into the. You don't know if he's still like keeping an eye out for you guys or wistfully thinking of this person that he met.
After this happens, I am gonna go to both Zagrin and Essie and relay this information, emphasizing the fact that this creature seems to have the ability to charm people, and we should be careful.
Slayus said she was charming? Slayus.
Well,
that seems a little out of character for him, don't you think? What else happened out there?
It seems fine, actually, but I just think we should all be careful, because I saw what she could do, and it's horrible.
I've seen Slayus resist many attempts to charm him. I trust that the information that he relays is accurate, and I can only assume if he said the situation is under control that it is.
Well, have you ever heard him say anyone was charming before?
Well, what he says in confidence is not something I'm at liberty to share at the moment.
Listen, I feel like...
Thank you, Zagrin.
Gotta...
Wingman here, yeah.
It just seems out of character. That's all I'm saying. I don't mean to spread discord among the group, but if there's somebody out there potentially charming people, this could be another ruin situation or Chalea house situation where we gotta make sure people aren't possessed.
We'll keep our wits about us, as we often must do.
Yeah. That's weird. I think that's weird.
Okay.
And I just, I'm gonna subtly, like, my gaze is drawn towards Slayus's back, and I'm just gonna be like, for some reason, just looking for him a little bit more pointedly, specifically. But I'm sticking close to Kit.
Okay. With that, then, you'll continue. You continue moving. Can everybody roll me a d12, please?
Every time I look at my d12s, like, which one of you? I could roll true.
One.
What if we say no?
One here too.
Can't say no.
Can we refuse?
You can
11.
do anything you like.
4.
Oh, that broke the one streak. There's a lot of ones running around.
Yeah. as you're going, you hear not far in the distance howling of wolves, but like big fucking wolves, right? Like these are
Ice
deeper
wolves.
and louder sounds than you've heard in the past. And among them,
Cool.
you hear another sound, like a bellow of some creature.
That don't sound good, whatever it is.
Maybe we should make a detour.
I wouldn't mind a longer distance to cut a path away from that.
What does the bellow sound like? Like, can we tell? Like,
Roll me a nature.
oh.
Anyone's welcome to roll me a nature.
Is it like in harmony with the wolves, or does it seem like in contention, like they're fighting
attacked.
kaiju battle over
Distressed, for
Oh.
sure.
No.
there? Oh,
Maybe we could help the wolves and get some wolf friends.
17 nature.
I'm gonna get in
Actually,
on that because I
plus
kind of
2.
forgot that I'm playing a character that's good at this.
So you got a 19?
No. That was with my +2. I didn't know I had a +2 though.
16 for Essie.
Okay. It sounds like you saw once, Kit, in Zadash, there was a circus that came through, and they had these creatures, like these massive kind of gray creatures that had like a weird trunk on the front and these large horns. They called them something. Elephants, maybe?
Ollie
Elephants, yeah, something like that. This sounded like one of those, but 17, sure, a relatively young one.
Oh, save it.
It's a baby.
We gotta go save it,
Come
right?
on, we have to save
I don't
this
know. I don't know
guy.
what's going on.
No, Essie, you got it too. Yeah, you got a 16.
We both know. We both know.
Oh, okay.
We're discussing this. Oh, that sounded like maybe it was a young one.
I feel like we should save it, right?
A young one
That's
what?
like our elephant.
It's a creature that's like quite strange, but they can grow big, like large size, but
Maybe it's our good deed for the day.
Do we
Are
think
they
that's what
dangerous?
destroyed the camp?
no, I don't think so. They're not known for being like super aggressive or mean, I don't think, but
Can I start walking that direction as we're talking?
It sounds
Oh.
like
Oh.
they're in conflict. Whatever they are.
I mean, it's nature, right? I mean, nature takes its course. Wolves have to eat.
Well, it's a baby.
It's the circle of life.
It's a baby.
Essie,
What?
what do you want to do?
Well, I'd prefer to go to help it, but we don't have to. I understand circle of life, all that. I'm just wondering if it's. Have we ever seen like the wild folk have creatures like this with them?
Creatures like what?
Like an elephant. Yeah.
You haven't seen one yet?
An ice elephant. Okay, hear me out. Okay, this might be Taya speaking, but what if we rescue the baby elephant and then raise it and then we have an elephant? Like, we could have a war elephant. Like, we could trick it out.
I'm down.
I'm serious, like, that would be pretty epic, right?
Mhm.
Do you have the capabilities of taming such a creature?
I'm sure I could figure it out.
All right, folks. The sounds of howls and screaming is getting louder.
Okay,
Time
I'm
is
running.
of the
I'm
essence.
going. I'm running.
I mean, if
All right.
anything, if we end a few of these wolves, our friend might have something to eat instead of us.
Run and talk. I'm running.
Lead the
All
way.
right, so y'all are
As I'm running, I'm getting my Eldritch Cannon ready.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the longer shot one. Can't remember what it's called.
Celeste will keep pace with Essie, like running on the snow.
Force Ballista. Here, I'm gonna actually put it on his arm. He's gonna outpace me. Don't worry,
Okay.
I still got it.
Celeste taking the lead. You see as you're going, right? A group of wolves, very large wolves, have got something cornered up against the little bluff, right? There is what looks to be a large creature, but not a full size, like a woolly mammoth, basically here on the ice, or in this little ravine caught up against this bluff, and around it are 6 large wolves moving in. As they come closer, the elephant or the mammoth, tries to scare them back, and they dart back, but they're keeping going in and nipping at it. As it chases one, another will go and attack its haunches. You can see that the elephant or the mammoth is bleeding from a number of wounds. It cries out as another wolf bites it as it goes to chase one off.
Slace holds his position for a few minutes, makes a sign kind of thing, whatever. And you see his tattoos double in thickness. Well, you wouldn't see anything, because he's wrapped like a mummy. And he makes a sign and he activates his Eldritch tattoo. And,
are we going in, folks?
Is he within 120 feet of the wolves? Is Celeste within 120 feet?
Sure. Yeah.
Then he's gonna hear a charge on this little device that I slapped on his arm, and I'm gonna shoot a force ballista.
Oh, it's on my arm?
Yeah, I said you were outpacing me.
Do I have to aim it?
Don't worry, I got it. I still control it. It's just on you.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I
feel it.
I meditate a little bit, and it goes. He's like, concentrate.
It's like real annoying right there. That is a.
Well, here, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. So everybody roll me some initiative.
I rolled a nat 20.
Me too. For 24 total.
25 total.
8.
That checks out.
18.
Dang, I thought I was gonna have Kit for the first time ever. Roll.
I'm gonna activate my tattoos, but then wait for the group to get up to me.
No problem. Y'all get into position and find yourselves engaged with these wolves. Okay. Right, so we'll start with Kit. We'll start with Kit. So you see 6 wolves around this mammoth, right? You see 6 wolves around this mammoth. There's 2 that definitely seem to be like the alphas in the pack, right? Like the biggest ones. I know the alpha term for wolves is actually bullshit, but you get the basic point. 2 bigger leader-like wolves, and then a number of smaller ones. Smaller ones, and they are surrounding the mammoth, right? As y'all come in, right? They haven't noticed you yet. So we'll start with Kit. How do we want to do this?
Okay. I am gonna get. Guess I gotta get a little bit close. I'm gonna get within throwing distance. And can I do what is that called? Let me look and see. Steady aim. To
not if you're moving.
So I'm not starting my turn.
We'll start your turn basically in one movement's range, right?
Okay. Well, that messes up my plans. Okay. So I have to move then to get within range.
Yeah.
So I will. And then, okay, sorry, that was what I was gonna do, so.
You're fine. You want to let Essie go first? She's chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, well, sure, that's fine. Go ahead.
Only if you want me to. I mean, I'm a
No,
one-trick pony.
I'm a one-trick
not,
pony too. You have way more that you can do. I just won't have advantage, so I'm just gonna attack then, and I won't have sneak attack, so that'll be 18 to hit.
Okay.
And
one of the bigger wolves or one of the smaller wolves?
Yes, I will go for one of the big ones.
Okay.
And that's just 9 points of damage.
Okay, great. And what'd you roll to hit?
Oh, 18. Sorry.
Yes, no problem.
Okay.
All right, let's get appropriate fight music. Okay, that's Kit. Anything else for Kit?
No, I don't think so. I'm just gonna stay put. Not go any closer.
Okay, great.
Okay, so the device starts just this whirring noise as it like you feel this like pulse of light on your arm, Soleus, as Essie, like almost like a homing beacon, looks in on the wolf that's closest to the woolly mammoth, and that is a 21 to hit as this force ballista lights up.
Okay, great.
And it, so that hit, I'm assuming that hits. Yeah, I'm assuming that hits.
That hits. Yeah.
Good damage. 8. That is 21. Holy cannoli. I got to upgrade on my force ballista. 21 points of force damage, and it gets shoved 5 feet back.
You're shooting it towards the. If you're forcing it, you're going to force it towards the mammoth.
I think it.
Y'all are coming in,
no
so it's got
what.
like the mammoth is kind of cornered up against this bluff, and these things are around it. So you're coming in from behind them.
It's what happens. So
Okay.
maybe it can impale itself on its tusks. And then I'm going to follow up immediately to the same one. The runes down my musket also start to flare with life, and I do a firebolt at the same wolf for a natural 20.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, so wow, this is going to be a lot. Okay,
Get it.
$32 points of fire damage.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You want to describe the way you kill it?
Let's go.
Crispy.
I think so. As the force pushes it, I think it's gonna hook itself in the tusks of the creature, and then as it's struggling there, just fire streaks out and just envelops it until it probably screams in pain and then falls to the ground. She's gonna say, "You get your filthy paws off my mammoth."
Nice. Yeah, great.
I'll get a little closer, just a smidge.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So already an interesting start. Soleus, you're up.
Okay. I'm about how far away from them?
Like reasonable running distance, so somewhere from 30 to 40 feet.
Okay. 30 to 40 feet, but that would be an action. No, I could do that. And how many of them are still around?
5.
5. Okay. I'm going to run in guns blazing. I run right
Okay.
in, right up to one of the alphas.
Okay.
And about 15 feet from them, really, right? Because I can attack from 15 feet away.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start striking. Yeah, I'm going to take this, the first wolf to town. 13 plus 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
No,
What was
13
it?
plus 12.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled
it's
a
the AC
13.
13. Yeah. There,
Okay.
you hit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes, Jesus, indeed.
Jesus is not here.
Only the Luxon.
Only the Luxon.
Okay, 1d8 plus 8 plus d6. And I'll use 3 charges on the staff. So 3d6 plus d8 plus 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 23. For my first hit.
23. Okay. Yeah, you hit it. You hit it solidly. The wolf yelps as your staff connects from a distance. That weave of shadow flying out from you and smashing the thing.
And then
Thank you.
I'm gonna just hit it again.
Hit it again.
Okay. I'm not gonna burn any charges this time. Does it look all right, or does it look like it's on death's door?
It doesn't look like it's on death's door, but it looks like it looks surprised and upset, right? But none of the wolves look happy.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna burn 2 charges. So that's 3d6 plus d8 plus 8. Oh, Jesus. Okay. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
How are you still counting?
36 points of damage.
What is happening?
I think we're gonna be Legolas and Gimli here. Like, how many did you take out?
36 points of damage on my second hit.
Yeah, like the wolf whimpers. Wolf whimpers. You've broken its front leg, right? And it's clearly, yeah, it's now in terrible shape. It looks like it's on death's door now. You can finish it if you want.
And you know what? I just might. So it was 3 charges. I can't seem to affect the charges on my Staff of Striking, but 5 have been used so far. And I'm going to use 1 key point for Flurry of Blows. Strike it once. Yes, that's a hit. 14 plus unarmed strike, 10. Okay. 2d6 plus 6. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for my first punch in the face.
17 damage. Yeah, you kill it. You can describe the way you down this thing. And whether you kill it or just knock it unconscious, totally up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a first little like paff and see that it's not doing too good, and then just kind of like, kind of cover it up and kind of like hold it down until it's like it's unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, you choke the wolf out.
And I have 1 more strike, so I guess I'll just. Is there another one around me?
There's a wolf very close to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to dash over and roundhouse kick it. And use a key point
All right,
to-
Walker, Texas Ranger.
potentially stunning strike it.
Okay. Great.
Okay, that's a nat 20 to hit. And 1d6.
Wow, we
go.
have rolled 3
1d6
nat 20s.
1d6
The lucky
plus
dice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's gotta roll to see if it's stunned.
It is. Yeah.
It is. Okay. Baff! And then cool pose and wait for everyone to jump on me.
I hold up a
Okay.
sign that says 10.
Yeah. Oh, actually, so I say, but you said that was about, like, how many feet did I run into fight? You said about 20, 30?
Probably 40 to get to where you got to, right? Because you went to the far side of the combat.
Okay, so I'm going to back up another 15 feet towards Zagrin.
Okay.
And hold my ground there.
Okay, great. The wolves. So the largest remaining wolf, it howls, and you see the others respond. One jumps in towards Zagrin and Essie. One jumps in towards you, Seleus. The large wolf itself, it runs over. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. It runs over near. So Kit and Seleus are fairly close together, and it blows out, like it inhales and it blows out a breath of cold air at both of you. I need you two to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Fucking that 20 right again.
11, but I'm gonna use my reaction.
That was Kit and Seleus.
Oh,
It was
I
just
heard Essie.
Okay, it was just
My
us two. That's a 24.
Okay.
Yeah, 29.
Okay, great.
God,
yeah,
you guys
so
are crazy with your
you guys
dex saves.
just dip out of the way, and then the thing keeps running. The thing
We
keeps
even
running
high five while we do it.
as if it's like trying to get the hell out of Dodge. The other two wolves, however, the ones on Seleus, actually they're going to move in like this, and they're going to double team Seleus. So they take a couple bites at you. So that is 15 and 21 for Seleus.
The 21 hits.
All right. It manages to lodge a significant hit on you, and it bites you for 10 piercing damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, you know I'm not good at those. Okay. Strength saving throw. 10.
You feel. I'm gonna use my reaction to help him. I'm going to use my flash of genius, and you almost feel like these, like almost like darts come and like try to help you stand, and you can add 5 to that to make it 15.
Okay, 15.
Okay.
Ah,
You are not knocked prone. You would have been, but
Oh,
for
Jesus.
Essie and her efforts. Okay.
Little darts holding me up.
They're like
Okay,
little
so-
drones that are just like stabilizing you.
Whoa.
With that, the mammoth itself, wounded, backs a little bit further into the corner and looks around at all of you and looks around at the action as if it's just waiting and watching. Zagrin, you're up. There's now a wolf within melee combat range with you and Essie and Seleus.
I would like to cast Hypnotic Pattern, such that it gets the two wolves near us, but not
problem.
my allies, but just those two.
Yep.
So they're going to need to make a Wisdom saving throw, the two wolves, DC 17.
Okay, they are both stunned by your hypnotic pattern.
Zagrin whirls Liram Nor around, and just these lights in the darkness kind of float out and just look away, everyone. And the wolves kind of just if you have a laser pointer with a dog, how they're all just looking around. But yeah, they're just darting their faces back and forth. And for my bonus action on one of those, the one that's closest to me, I'm going to use a Hexblade Curse on it. So as the lights dissipate, just a little bit, one black light shoots out and hits that dog, or the wolf. And but I'll other than that, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Calamity pulls out a ball of fire And as she does so, she splits it into two, and she flings it at that wolf that you stunned, Selaeus, burning it very much to death.
Excellent.
Okay.
Leave the one I
top
knocked
of the
out though
round.
intact, please.
Top of the round. This was a bad round for the wolves. One of the larger, clearly pack leaders of the group was killed as Selaeus moved in and used those shadow tendrils that he's able to do with his tattoos to just brutally beat the thing, although not to death, just to choking it out unconsciousness. At the same time, another one was stunned and then subsequently killed. And of course, everything opened with Kit and Essie surprising these things, doing some damage, and then Essie managing to kill one of the wolves.
Like vaporizing it, yeah.
And last but not least, obviously, Zagrin with his powerful magic stunned the remaining two. And one of the leaders of the wolves is in the process of turning tail and running, but not before trying to blow a ice breath at Kit and Selaeus. Totally ineffectually, however. And yeah, we go back to Kit.
So there are two that are stunned. Is that correct? And one that's unconscious? Okay, and then one that's running away.
Yeah, it's near enough for you to hit it if you want to. But yes, it's running away.
Nah. I mean, are there any still basic, like, in combat with us?
No.
And I'm not going to do anything. I mean, I don't want to kill them. Don't look at me like that. They're dogs, okay?
They're gonna eat us. That's fine. I'll kill them, don't worry.
They're dogs. Okay, I would like to try to slowly approach the mammoth and just see, I don't know how it's doing. I don't know. Can you use a health potion on a mammoth?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Let's just try and get you to the point where it's calm. It does look very agitated, right?
Okay,
And it is
yeah.
badly wounded, right? It's badly wounded. It's bleeding from a number of cuts and bites all along
Okay.
it, right?
I'll just slowly approach and, like, just speaking really softly to it, like, "Oh there, little one. It's okay. It's okay." And then just trying to calm it down a little bit.
Roll me an animal handling.
Am I good at this? I have no idea. Oh, whoa. Okay. I rolled an 18. Do I have any pluses to that? 1, so 19.
Okay, so you don't get too close. You are aware that this thing is very agitated and it's going to need a few minutes before you want to approach it, right? But you do know that approaching it now would not be safe, right? It's almost mad with fear.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just spend my turn trying to calm it down. No, what?
No, the wolves. We gotta take care of the problem, not the. That's my child we're talking about.
All right, well, with that, Essie, you're up.
Essie's literally like no scoping this dog as it runs away. She's just
But
gonna.
you still have the two that are in combat with you,
Yeah,
or one that's in combat with you.
No, I care less about that one. Those two. I'm gonna like run by Selaeus and grab my little device off his arm and
So they're both stunned anyway,
Yeah.
so they're not effectively in combat. You can do whatever you want.
attach it onto my musket and then run after it. Let's take a moment to like, and then I'm gonna do my force ballista and my musket as I do a firebolt at this creature.
Okay.
So the firebolt is a 24.
They're AC 13, so you could just go ahead and tell me whether you hit them or not.
Yep, I hit them. Okay. So 11 points of force damage along with along with 24 points of fire damage.
Jesus. It's alive, but it's wounded. It's heavily wounded for sure.
All right, that's it. Dang it. All right, that's it. I'm just
Okay.
gonna chase it down.
Selaeus.
Okay, there's still two next to us who are dazed.
And confused.
Dazed and totally confused.
They've had a bad day.
Right.
We're here to make it worse.
We're here to make it worse. I'm going to again start wailing on one of them and not the other. Yeah, look away if you don't want to see any of this. It's probably really bad. Okay. Yep. Is that 23 to hit?
That hits.
That's 1d. 1d8 plus 6 plus 8. 8. 19 for the first hit.
Hey, the creature looks bloodied.
That's a 20 to hit the next one. $20.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Or 20 damage.
20 damage.
Okay, yeah. You want to describe the way you kill it?
Yeah, again, just bringing it to the brink and like putting its face in the snow. Yeah.
Got it. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, maybe even rolling it over and like trying to like bind its legs or something.
You're gonna hog tie it or wolf tie it?
Yeah.
Hog tie it, yeah. Like time.
Under 9 seconds. Wow, that's amazing.
Points off to no one.
I put the little sign of 10 up again.
Take inspiration, both of you. Also,
Yeah.
Carrying on. Okay, that's them. Let's see. They're gonna re-roll. The one that's alive is gonna re-roll a saving throw. Oh, what's the saving throw?
17.
It breaks free. It breaks free of your hold, and looks like it's gonna get ready to do something on its next turn.
Oh, are you?
Zagrin, you're up.
Seeing that it's come to and is no longer under my spell, I'm gonna thwack it with Lirimnor with another nat 20.
Nice.
For
next session, we're going to be rolling nat ones the entire time.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And this is the one that's under my Hexblade curse, right? Yeah. That's still alive. So that's going to be another 4 damage to that.
Okay.
And second attack, 28 hits for another 12 bludgeoning.
Nice. Yeah, you destroy it. You want to tell me how that happens?
Yeah, Zagrin hasn't been watching that we're trying to not kill these things, and kind of gets just startled by the fact that it's like looking at him so hungrously and just starts hitting it with their horn until it stops.
Hungry eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And with that, folks, you have defeated the wolves. The remaining one, Calamity shoots some firebolts at it, but it darts out into the darkness.
I couldn't get one more shot off on it.
You can
Run.
can go ahead and get a couple shots on it if you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, they both hit. I was just doing some math. This thing is gonna come back for us later on, man. 10 points of force damage, and so are we,
Are we the baddies?
And then 12 points of fire damage.
To wolves,
you
yeah.
Don't kill it.
Dang it.
You don't kill it, and it limps off, badly burned and wounded into the darkness.
Bring it down. Bring it down, Calamity.
She did not, unfortunately.
Yantha.
Yeah, after it, Yantha. All right. I don't think we wanted to keep that one alive, but whatever. We'll live another day.
Maybe our new friend will take care of it and consider it a gift.
Can I? Yeah, like
Cell just
yeah. Can we like start to? Can we grab like a fruit or something? Cut it so it
Yeah,
smells good and.
as you start figuring out what to do, you hear the sound of another mammoth call out in the
Mama.
darkness. Out in the darkness. But you have a little bit of time. So
It's our sign to skedaddle.
So I'm gonna try to approach it gently, like hands extended with some apples or something.
yeah,
I don't want to hurt you, little one, big one.
by leaving a little fruit and stepping away, like it'll go closer to it. It'll go closer to it, but it's going to take you a fair bit of time. Do you want to stay for the other mammoth to arrive, or are you going to?
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stick around. I don't want it to something else to come smell the blood and kill it.
Okay. Everybody else. So how are we setting up, right? So the thing's gone into a bit of a gully, right? And it's stuck up against the wall of this ridge that doesn't seem to be able to climb. Are we staying in the little gully with it? Are we getting up to the sides? What are we doing?
I ain't about to get cornered by a angry mammoth, so I think maybe we could like drag some of the wolf bodies out and
The live ones, yeah.
well, and the dead ones. Like we could probably use those pelts. We could probably trade them. Like I
The
don't
ones
know.
that aren't charred.
The ones that aren't charred.
Maybe I tried to just char the head and blow the head off.
Wolf pelt would be super cool.
Yep.
I mean, toasty as well.
It's a good trading item.
Yeah.
I'll stick a little closer to the mammoth.
Yeah.
Okay. see
Soleus
the-
will try and bring the alive, knocked out woods up to the top of the ridge and kind of do like a quick little like look around.
Is this a gift for your girlfriend? Like live wolves to eat?
No comment. He's not commenting on that. But yeah,
That was
does
Taya,
He
that
makes-
wasn't Essie.
He makes a little pile and then kind of like looks around, peers into the darkness. Does he see anything?
You look around into the darkness, and just over there, you see a mid-session break. It's like right there.
I
And
knew
in
you
fact,
were gonna
with
do that. I knew
with that, folks, we're gonna be right back. So we'll see you. We'll see you in 10 minutes, which will be 2:50 Central Time. 2:50 Central Time. Okay. See you in a minute, folks. Thanks so much for watching. And
Oh, that's the
even
live sound.
Yeah, that's it. That's the live sound.
Wow.
We're back. Hey, folks. Mike's got his espresso, looking good. I got my
Red wine.
Mexican Coca-Cola with cane sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drinking
Paul's
the
got a moon cup.
I've got water.
There we go.
Mysterious contents.
Okay,
It's
we ready?
actually vodka.
Y'all ready? Perfect.
Just kidding,
And
folks.
with that,
I don't have a full jug of vodka.
you might.
We wouldn't blame you if you
admit
did.
to.
We wouldn't judge you. We're all friends here.
It's true. Okay, folks. With that, let's hop right back in. So for those that are just joining us, it's been an interesting session so far. We've had a run-in. So they started the session at the end. Let me actually put a little recap thing in the chat. We started the session at a wild folk camp that had been destroyed, or that y'all had found destroyed, looking like it had been attacked by some sort of massive flying dragon. Looking like it had been attacked by some sort of massing flying dragon, and all the bodies were missing. All the bodies were missing, although that kind of fits because you were attacked by a bunch of weird ice zombies on your way to this camp. You're attacked by some ice zombies on the way to the camp. Following that, as you marched out again into the long night, Soleus had some encounters with this woman out of the dark who kept approaching him, looking like she wanted to have a conversation of some variety, but about what and to what end, we're not really sure. Yeah, dragon confirmed. Gosh darn it! This is what I get for doing the recaps. And going past that, y'all found a mammoth, a young mammoth. What do you call it? What's the word for this? What's this young elephant?
A BB.
Calf?
Manny
Oh,
pike.
there we go. Calf. Yes.
It's called a
A
BB.
pike.
A memeeth.
My son. That's what I
yeah.
call it.
A minute.
We're gonna
A
go with
mammoth.
a mammoth calf, but we'll keep mammoth as a strong second place. And y'all found it being attacked by a group of wolves. You quickly and easily dispatched the wolves, and now a mammoth has returned, or a mammoth has come, now a full grown, looking to reclaim the calf. Essie stands there in between the mammoth and the calf. No, sorry. What?
I was gonna say I was gonna like snuggling it, but maybe like 20 feet away.
Okay, nearby, as the mammoths are reunited, as you watch this larger mammoth comes in and comes up to the calf, and the calf kind of limps over, and you see like them kind of get close to each other. They like wrap their trunks around each other, and and it seems like a very touching scene as the two mammoths are getting reacquainted. Yeah, reunited. There we go. Thank you. Seems like a relatively touching scene. Before long, those of you that are up and out of the way, you see and you hear the sound of more mammoths coming closer, and it looks like a whole herd has shown up. There are at least a dozen that you can see now moving around where this injured calf is.
A dozen more pikes to add to the family.
That's cute.
I think we should, we can drop being archaeologists and we can just be mammoth
farmers.
trainers. Yes! Listen, that's the greatest end to any adventurer's story,
Listen, we can wrap up this campaign right here, right now. You guys go live with the mammoths, and
beneath
we
the
start a
ice.
new one.
Is a mammoth farm.
Oh, a mammoth farm? These are majestic, wild creatures. They can't be tamed.
Yeah, I think y'all are joining them. If we're going this
Yeah.
direction, y'all are
Yeah,
y'all are
we join
becoming
them.
mammoths. You're getting
Mammoth
adopted into there.
whisperers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like the Jane Goodall of Mammoths.
Mammoths, yeah.
I would dig that, honestly.
Bye, Essie.
This is the danger that you have in running a campaign. Be careful introducing cute animals.
They're fuzzy. They're so
They
fuzzy.
are fuzzy. Yeah.
They're so fuzzy. Yeah. Do I see anything after I like present these wolves to the?
Well,
to
you
the
see all the
darkness?
mammoths coming in, right? And they don't seem happy about the wolves, but they give you some space. They don't seem necessarily hostile.
I drag them further away, like these two bodies.
Yeah, into the dark. Okay.
Yeah. And again, peering around to see if
So
this person's
you go alone while this scene is happening, and you drag these wolves out into the darkness.
Yeah, just a little bit off.
Great idea.
Yeah, I love it.
Not more than
He's
like
rendezvousing with
30.
Girlfriend out there.
I mean, it's not gonna attack me if there's some juicy alpha wolves right here. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, right. Listen, I think it's a great plan. So
Yeah,
you should trust your GM. Otherwise, what's the point of any of
It's
this?
still warm. It's still warm.
I think he secretly failed that charm, that wisdom save. Something's off with Soleus.
I'm not so easily charmed.
You drag them out, or you drag one of them out into the darkness, right? And you can see your friends over by the ridge and the light that comes off what they're doing. And you see, as you're looking around, right, waiting for Estelle to return. You don't see anything. What do you want to do?
I guess I'll bring the other one there. I just want to make like a pile. Two
Okay.
wolves. Look around.
You bring the other
everybody.
one. You bring the other one out into the darkness. Also,
Mhm.
you see the first laying there, still unconscious, still unconscious, but clearly badly injured. You bring the second one over to it, and at least for a moment, nothing happens. How long do you want to wait out there?
Just enough to bring it there. Like I'm not like standing there going, "Hey!" Just gonna bring the other one there, look around, and be like, "All right, this is yours," and then
Okay.
make my way back.
Okay, you do so.
I'll even shadow step away. Just
Okay. You fade back in to around the other crew who are watching the scene as first one, then another mammoth comes over to the calf and seemingly welcomes it back into the herd. You think this group of mammoths isn't going very far tonight, as this calf is still badly injured.
They won't let me like approach it. If I very non-threateningly try to approach the calf, would they let me?
Well, that's a thing that you can try, right? It's a thing you can try, and we'll leave that up to your animal handling skills. I'll tell you that the group of mammoths is clearly very sensitive, right? So you can tell there's some tension there. So upsetting them could be a deeply dangerous proposition. But if you want to try and go into the group and get near the calf, we can make a roll. You can certainly go
wanna
into the
heal
group.
it.
Like
I
the
feel
individual
like-
ones don't seem too aggressive. Yeah, make me an animal handling
I'll
check
give
as you move into the herd.
The Elspeth Pike guarantee of excellence.
Yes, Pike, are you sure this is a good idea?
So it's
Now
a
that they've taken some time to
12.
congregate, there's upwards of 20 mammoths in the area.
It's a 12, but I'm gonna use my my flash of genius to make that a 17.
A 17.
Yeah.
As you get in there, you can tell the mammoths are starting to get agitated, but you use your flash of genius, and you're able to get within 10 feet of the calf, and it turns towards you as it does so, and then it kind of scooches down and lays down.
Listen,
oh,
I'm not a mother. Although I kind of feel like I could be today, you know? I can make Manny Jr. better if you let me. And I'll just creep a little closer with my tools out. And
Okay.
if I can touch it, I'm gonna do cure wounds on it.
Okay.
Make it
Okay. Roll me another animal handling check to touch this thing without them going hostile.
Isn't your cure wounds like a bunch of needles that come out and like inject?
It's gonna make it feel better. That's a 15.
Are you using that, or are you using your Flash of Genius?
I'll do Flash of Genius to make it 20.
You're able to. They have not turned hostile yet, although another one has. They've now, as you've come closer, the mammoths around you. The first one that came in, is laying down beside the calf, and more of them now. 4 of them have you kind of hemmed in, and they're all looking at you and what you're doing as you now are right up at the calf.
Can I distribute some apples?
If you have some, yeah, go ahead.
Help my case out. I'll do like little candies and stuff. I'm sure I got little somethings.
Yeah, they'll eat your apples for sure. You have like little trunks like grabbing you in different places, and, like wrapping around you, shoving you a little bit, but not too hard.
This is the best day of my life. This is the best day of my life. All right. Now that I'm one of you, I'm gonna listen. Sister Essie's got this under control. I'll try to heal it. Super duper slow, non-threatening.
Go ahead.
I'll try it.
Take out the 4-foot-long needle.
Yeah. Oh, okay, if it lets me, that's max healing. 8, 9, 10. There's 13 points of healing back.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm ready to misty
you see
step
some
out
of the
here.
wounds. You see some of the wounds on the creature begin to heal, although it's still pretty badly injured. You've definitely kickstarted its healing process.
That's it. That's it.
There's more there's
back
more
up.
of them, like of the trunks kind of touching you and like prodding through stuff that you have on you.
Can I like scritch a couple trunks on the way out?
Sure.
All right. That was exhilarating. I'll just scoot past them all. Get out of there.
Okay. Okay, great. Folks, it's nearing the end of your traveling day. You've come closer to the river Inferno, but you're not at it yet. You can still see its light now in the sky all the time.
Should we push on?
Maybe we should get the mammoths to give us a ride. To ride on the mammoths. I mean, it's the worst that can happen.
Kind of attitude I like.
We should probably press on. You're probably right, Slays.
Yes. Yeah, I think they would greatly appreciate their solitude right now.
Well, I suppose all good things gotta come to an end one day.
There might be a mammoth in your future. We'll
That
see.
would be so cool. Can you imagine the things that I could make? Like a saddle with explosive rounds that come out of it, or like battle armor for the thing? That would be pretty cool.
Actually, I have heard tale of Dynasty alchemists utilizing the brain of these creatures. It's said that they never forget, and they have memory-boosting properties if you were to prepare them in the proper way.
I don't want to kill it and take its brain. I want to ride it around. Can you imagine how they would literally write stories and songs about me forever if I went riding around on a mammoth?
Imagine putting one in a giant wheel and having the wheel perpetually turn.
But why would
The
I put
power
it in a
you can
wheel?
get.
Oh.
The power it could generate
Oh.
would be wonderful.
Well, the implications, and she'll just like put down a couple of her lenses and grab out a piece of parchment. The implications of that is pretty amazing. She just starts drawing furiously.
Terrible ideas to draw.
Kit will go to Seleus kind of on the side, and I noticed you were saving those wolves for something. What did you do with them?
Consider it an offering.
For Estelle?
Yes,
Did
I
she
figure.
accept-
I don't know. But I figure if she's fed, then that means we're safe. At least for another night.
So you haven't seen her?
No. But I assume she's nearby.
All right.
I will keep watch.
Aye, that's a good idea. Is it nighttime yet? Like, is
It's
it
always-
bedtime?
Always nighttime, but
Right.
it is not bedtime yet, although it's not far. So y'all could camp now. You could push on for a little bit longer and camp. Kind of what do y'all want to do?
Maybe just keep going to get a little distance and then camp shortly.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
able to make a
sounds
couple more
good.
miles tonight. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you.
Nope, I was just agreeing. Thought that was a good idea.
Okay, so you make a couple more make a couple more miles, and you go set up to take a long rest. You go set up to take a long rest, and again, we split our watches, and we'll pass the night here. My first group is whom?
Probably Kit and Essie.
Okay,
Yeah.
same. We're just gonna
Same.
keep this order for now until
Yeah.
y'all tell me different.
Yeah.
We'll do Kit and Essie, then Zagra and Slayus. All right, give me a perception from you two.
Here, take the Elspeth Pack Guarantee of Excellence.
Okay.
I'll be writing up some words to practice.
That's not the best. That is, I think I have a +5, so 13.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so you don't notice anything.
Okay.
Kid. I know I feel like a broken record, but what do you feel like about this whole feeding this critter, this person?
Estelle?
Yeah. I get the thought behind it, but it's just a little...
The whole thing puts me on edge. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the creature except what I've seen, what it's capable of. She did look like a person, but she didn't act like one.
Yeah. I'm just... The whole thing has got me on edge, I think. Do you think she's gonna try to sink her claws into Seleus again?
And we should definitely consider that as a possibility, but I think Seleus is quite capable.
Yeah, but you can be as capable as can be and still slip up every once in a while.
That's true. But, you know, we have each other's backs, so
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It'll probably be fine. I don't know why I'm so jumpy about it. It's not something I know how to handle. When I don't know how to handle things, I get a little jumpy.
I understand. It's definitely making me a bit jumpy too. I can't get those images out of my head, you know? What Chalea showed me.
Of the dead folks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw something out there. And it might make me sound pretty heartless, but is there any real reason to play ball with this critter? I mean, if she's truly out here killing folks for sustenance, I feel like that's something we gotta put down.
Likely, you're right. But she hasn't attacked us yet.
I know, and I know there's a certain morality about being the aggressor in the situation, but if you know something's likely to happen, I don't know. It just seems like something we should take care of before it becomes an issue.
After what I've seen, I'm inclined to agree with you, actually, but she hasn't really given us an opportunity. So...
We haven't started hunting her either. If we truly put our minds to it, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities to track her down.
Maybe, but we don't know what she's capable of. She seems quite powerful despite her appearance.
There's something unnatural and dark about what you've told me about that.
Definitely.
I
It's just we don't know what we're up against, so that makes it difficult to go after the creature, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like what if we let her go and then we figure out more people died for it? Sometimes I think it's better to just be the sin eater than it is to, take those sins onto ourselves to keep other folks safe versus sit back and wait. I really hate waiting.
Maybe I can learn some more about the creature if I see if there's a way I can reach out to Chalea. She's the one that showed me in the first place, so...
She hasn't given you any other signs since then.
No, but maybe I could give it a try.
Just try and hurt you in any way. You've seemed kind of tuckered out after you've connected with her before.
I can, yeah, but maybe it's best to do it right now so that I can get some rest afterwards.
I'll have your back if you want to try.
All right. So I'll just try to reach out. Go ahead.
Before you do, I'm just going to say, are you aware when you're reaching out to her still of what's going on around you? Or are you fully locked into whatever she shows you?
Fully locked in. You often have seizures while it's occurring, like the intense ones. It can be it's debilitating, and it can often be messy.
Are you sure you want to do this? You don't have to.
If I can do something that'll help protect the group, and
well, at the cost of your own health, I don't know if it's worth it. I won't stop you. It's your decision to make. I just don't want you to feel pressured into it.
no, I don't. I feel like it's a kind of small cost because we don't know what this is, and she could attack us in our sleep, and
yeah,
that's a bit worse than, a small moment of discomfort. So I don't mind.
All right, well, I've got your back. Let's try it.
All right. Okay.
So you're going to try and reach out to Leia.
Can I, before you do, I'm just going to give you an Elspeth Pike guarantee of excellence.
Okay.
Did we make camp? Are we like...
You have.
Yeah,
so
we're
you,
on first watch.
All right, good luck, guys.
It's
Okay.
the perfect time to do stupid stuff when it's
roll
not
me
even
a wisdom check, just a straight wisdom roll.
Wisdom. I'm so great at this. So wise. 17.
17. Okay. One thing, actually, earlier than this,
Oh wait,
Calamity.
Sorry, do I get to add that Elspeth Pike guarantee of excellence to that?
I don't know
Sure.
if guidance helps, but I just thought I'd try to cover.
We'll
Yeah,
let
on
it
the
we'll let it
basis
slide
here.
this time. It's normally not going to be a thing, but we'll allow it here. In this
Well, it just
scenario.
adds one. To
Okay.
18.
Of note, because you've had a couple of these fits, Calamity made you a little piece of wood to wear on your necklace, so that you have something to bite down on should it start happening, so you don't break your teeth.
Oh, thank you,
Um,
Calamity.
Yeah, and you put it in, and good thing, because Essie, you see Kit begin to have like a full-on seizure, right? So she's sitting there trying to concentrate, and her body goes rigid, and she starts.
Can I do my flash of genius to help her
No,
to like
no, you
soothe
can't.
things?
But you can keep her head from whacking against the snow a whole bunch.
Alright, yeah. Clear
Kit,
everything out of the way.
you have a moment where, as this happens, right, like you feel your spirit leave your body, and begin racing into the night. You see a spot with two wolves bound tightly, and then deft fingers undo the bindings, and the wolves stand as a figure wrapped in heavy furs, looks down at them, and they both seem immediately actively obedient. A third wolf, the one that you recognize from running away, comes over and steps out of the darkness, and now the three wolves sit around this woman, or this figure, and like act like extremely well trained dogs. As you're watching this, you feel a pull on your essence, and you find yourself disoriented, pulled towards the ground, pulled rapidly towards the ground. You hit the surface of the ice and go deeper. You have flashes as you move through different materials, and before long you are pulled through into what looks like a cavernous area, lit everywhere with light from fires, and just this ambient energy, or ambient light, seemingly coming from everywhere at once. You see scenes of devils and demons marching along. You see figures being actively tortured and tormented. A river of fire, running, fire or blood or both, running through, and then you are pulled into a structure like this terrible castle, and you see this opulent but horrible throne room, hung with gilded art and bodies and other horror, and this massive throne. And before this massive throne, you see a pair of beautiful but clearly demonic creatures kneeling before this empty throne. You get a clear vision of both of their faces. both of their faces. You can tell there is a deep similarity between them. One man, one woman, or male and female, right? Like, I don't know if you'd apply man and woman to devils or demons or whatever this is. But regardless, they're in just stunning and extremely ornate armor. And then you're pulled through to another scene, and you see this tiefling man, splayed out against the wall, and you have visions of him being like badly tortured and ripped apart and put back together. You see a bone be removed and new bones being put in, new flesh melded onto his flesh. As you're watching this, you can't help thinking that there's something familiar about this tiefling man that you're watching. Roll me an intelligence check.
I'm not that smart. What's my intelligence? Where is it? I'm smart. What am I talking about? I'm super smart. 18.
This is the figure that you saw that was hunting you. This is that warlock. And as you see scenes of him being tortured and torn apart and remade, you see those demonic figures there again and again in the room with him as this occurs. Finally, the scene shifts and you're back above the ice. But watching now through someone else's eyes again. A foot is crunching in the snow, and you look down at your right hand, and it is now this clawed fist, a fusion of flesh and metal. The fist wrapped around the haft of a mace, and from the head of the mace you see dark viscous liquid dripping against the snow. It is dark around the figure, and you awake once again in your body. You have a terrible headache. You're concerned. There is some wetness. You're concerned you may have peed yourself, but it is a hard moment as you've got just like the worst pain in your head.
Kid, are you back? You all right? Everything all right? Talk to me.
I don't know what I just saw.
Try to... a little bit at a time. Or how did it start?
I saw the wolves. The wolves that Celius had given us the offering to the creature, Estelle. And she made them obey her. They were obedient to her. They were like tame. And then I was like, something else happened. I was pulled underneath the ice.
Under the ice? What's down there?
It's something terrible.
All right. We'll deal with it, whatever it is.
No, I don't think we can.
What was it?
It's like a whole world under there. It's demonic creatures and they were torturing and it was a castle.
A castle underground.
A throne. Was
Essie, do me a favor. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, no.
Perception, you say? Oh, okay, good perception. Okay.
No
15.
reason. 15.
It's not great.
You hear the beating of wings.
Oh, what?
Oh, God.
What?
I'll just... Kid,
What?
we gotta talk about this later. I hear wings.
Oh, okay.
Go, stand. I gotta wake the others.
I don't know if I can.
Well, can I get a... How... Oh, does it seem close? Does it seem like it's getting closer towards me? Can I focus on it?
You hear the beating of wings, and you hear like it's almost like a flock of birds. And they definitely sound close.
So it's not giant, massive wings. It's the fluttering of wings.
Not small.
Oh, great!
Not small
Even
wings.
better.
Like not like this isn't hummingbirds, whatever
It's
it
a-
is. It's
it's
not
a
fucking
flock of-
sparrows.
A flock of dragons.
It's a bunch of flamingos coming at us. Okay, can I help? Oh God.
I'll just kind of roll over, and I'm still gripping my head. It's okay. Just go get the others.
I'll. God, I don't want to leave her.
So you're right there, right? Like the tent's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
right there. So
I'll
y'all
smack
are
Calamity.
Calamity has her. Don't worry. Calamity will take.
No,
Yeah.
I don't trust Kit with Calamity. Okay, I'll smack the tent. Wake up! Wake up!
I will say Calamity's on watch with you too. I guess that's reasonable if you want her to be. Or I guess let me know. Do you want Calamity with you, or is she sleeping?
No,
Okay,
she's sleeping.
Okay.
I'll smack the tent. Wake up!
So folks
Right.
inside, you begin to wake. So you've got like
What is it?
this good solid fur tent that you've set up, right? So it's relatively warm on the inside, not super warm, but you're able to have your little fire going in there and everything.
Get your armor on. I hear
Suit
wings.
up.
I hear wings. I don't know. They sound decently large. I think every threat is worth.
Can I look around and see? Do I see anything?
Yeah, look around. Roll me a perception.
Do we
Am I
classify
at
this getting a
disadvantage?
rest? Oh, sorry.
You have not gotten your long rest yet. No.
Am I at disadvantage or?
Yes, absolutely.
Actually, that's still pretty good. That's 17.
Like you're looking and you're not sure, but then wait a second. A crowd of come on, buddy. This should have been more dramatic. Give me one sec. A
Proud of
flock
ostriches running through.
of these creatures, these flying creatures. You'll remember when the barbers attacked, there was this flying creature that carried this forked.
It's the flying
We're gonna
monkeys
call
from
it
the
a
Wizard of Oz.
bident. Yeah.
God.
These spine creatures are flying all around you. Your little camp is surrounded, and they are coming in fast. Let's get everybody to roll me some initiative, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
now we can go back to the good music.
Not as good. 14 that time.
15.
16.
Oh, whoa!
16 as well.
Zagrin!
Oh, you missed the opportunity to get 17.
I know.
That would have been a Congo line of initiative.
Da, 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 da.
What is this demon army? Are you
Demon
Demon
Army. Excuse me?
good? It's a good
All right, y'all
sound.
ready for me to drop a fireball up in here? Get your dexterity checks ready.
Mhm.
Up in
Oh,
here.
they're imps though.
Up in
Fire.
here.
Moreover, at the back, Kit, you think you see a familiar crow, or
Wait, a good one or a bad one?
no, a large one, a
Oh,
bird
no.
with teeth.
No, no!
Not this again! Damn it! I should have did my crow killer.
A beak with teeth. That's terrible.
It's just the stuff of nightmares.
It's very unsettling.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Let's get some. So we got initiative. So, Kit, what was your initiative? Sorry.
It was one higher than Essie's. It was 15, I think. Yeah, 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, Essie's 14. Celeste, you're 18. Is that right?
16. We're
Zagrin?
16.
Okay.
That's a lot of
Alright,
imps,
yeah.
guys.
I think this is a good sound. Good sound here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Zagrin, you're up.
And so what do I see? My armored?
You're in the tent, right? Like you're in the tent, you're getting your stuff on real quick. So you see the inside of the tent, you've got your brazier going, not a ton of room in here, right? Enough to sleep 4 people at the max in your tent.
Okay. Do I have my armor on?
Did you sleep with your armor on?
No.
No, you don't.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna start. Do I hear? I guess. Do I know that they are imminently close? Like, can I hear them?
You can hear sounds. You hear screeching.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a justification for not just putting my armor on. Like, so yeah. If I know that they are close enough, yeah, I'll walk out of the. Like Lyramnor ready. Walk out of the tent.
Yeah,
Let
the
the shadows be
cold
around.
hits you as you haven't appropriately dressed for the weather, right? The cold hits you and it's brutal, but you can see now the skies around you are filled with a dozen of these terrible creatures flying around and swooping in on you.
All right, I will. Once I'm out of the tent, run a little bit away so I'm not like right in the opening. And I'm gonna cast darkness on myself.
You're
So
gonna
an
cast
orb of-
darkness on. So
Yeah.
you're stepping out away from the others, or you're gonna do it that surrounds the others.
So it'll still be surrounding the others just because it's big and I use some of my movement, but trying to move towards away from others, but I'm not going to make it that far.
Okay.
Just because of how big the orb is. So it'll still be in the tent a little bit or right when you come out.
Okay.
And then are there what's like the closest one to me?
There's a bunch in the air, so there's none of them are more than 20 feet close to the ground or 20 feet to the ground, but the closest is 20 feet away.
Okay.
And it's a 20-foot radius for darkness?
Is it? I think it's 30, but I could be wrong. It is 15 foot
15,
radius.
got it.
Yep. So 30-foot diameter. And I will use the stored spell or the trapped spell in Lyramnor. So almost without Zagrin even moving, as he's casting the darkness, Lyramnor is sort of doing its own thing, and Armor of Agathis. So like this cold, but this time it's not cold that hurts me, it's cold that keeps me safe, right? So yeah, blue like glow around Zagrin. And that's my turn.
Okay. That's Zagrin. Celeste, you are up.
I follow Zagrin out the door. I see him in this orb in the darkness, and I go and join him. Stand next to him. And when I get in there, activate the tattoos.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Great. We move on to Kit. Essie, you're in the pipe.
Can I see anything, or am I enveloped in darkness?
You're not. Yeah. So Celeste, you move down to Zagrin. Kit, you're not currently enveloped in darkness. You're just outside the tent.
Good news. Okay. So can I see a creature within dagger throwing distance of me?
There are some within 20 feet of you, yes.
Okay. How many can I see?
You can see a dozen creatures around you. A dozen of these
Oh
flying bastards
no!
around you.
Oh, we gonna die.
There we go.
Okay. Can I? Hmm. Hmm. I like
This
this
is my
music.
preferred fight music.
I like
I tried something new, but classics are classics for a reason.
All right, so I think I'm gonna do the. Okay, so I didn't move, so I can do my steady. No, wait, what is it called? Steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
And roll to attack, just the closest one. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Great.
These guys are AC 13.
Okay. That was overkill. Okay, so I get my sneak attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 24 plus 29 damage.
Nice.
Actually,
How much
no,
damage?
I forgot. 29. But
Yeah, you
I was
wanna
wrong,
just-
actually. It's actually, I forgot my d4. So, yeah, it's 20. It's 33, but yeah.
33. Okay, so you want to describe the way your dagger just wipes this one out?
What do these guys look like again? Can you describe what they look like?
Yeah.
Because I'm picturing
absolutely.
them as the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz, but
Yeah, so they're like a humanoid shape. So you've got the standard bipedal shape. So they've got arms, they've got legs. Their legs end in clawed feet, and they are what did I always forget the name, where the kind of feet do the bird thing where they go in and then forward.
Bird
Anyway,
leg.
there's a great word for it, which I can't remember at the moment. And they've got heavily clawed feet. All of them are carrying this two-pronged spear, whether you want to call it a fork or a bident or a two-pronged spear, whatever your choice is. But it's nastily barbed. They also have wings, so big wings growing out of their back, and they have tails covered in spikes, and there are spikes all over their backs. They have a very sharp, pointed face with row upon row of sharp teeth within their mouths.
are their wings like leathery wings like bats?
They're leathery wings like bats.
Okay. And okay, I'm gonna so the dagger, it just goes into this one's throat, because I'm throwing from below, so it just kind of goes up through the bottom of his nasty little chin, and then it slides out kind of slowly and then comes back and I catch it.
Nice. Yeah, it falls down. It falls down to the earth, crashing heavily as it was on its little attack approach already.
And I cannot move because I did my steady aim, but I will just... Yep, I'm just gonna stay there, and that's all I can do.
Okay, great. Great. Essie, you're up.
Couple questions. Are there any around me, or are there any clustered, clumped up?
So they're all around you in the air. So there's a flock around you in the air, and they are relatively clumped together. What are you looking to do?
So what I'm looking to do, if they're a little clumped together, is I would like to... Shatter has a 10-foot radius, so I'd like to try to get a couple of them.
You could easily get 3 with a shadow.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So, she is going to just take this shining bullet off of her bandolier, and she's gonna chamber the round into her musket, and she's gonna reach up and just pinpoint a spot in the sky and triangulate the 3, and she's going to just... this electrical pulse is going to erupt from her, and they all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. DC what?
DC 17.
Okay, they all fail. All 3 of them.
Nice. Okay, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28 points of thunder damage to the 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so you've got 3 of them kind of flying together, a little bit close, and as you time it so that they'll be closest to your impact point when you fire, as that happens, there is this loud explosion, I assume.
Yes, it's
and
very
they
loud.
and 3 of them are blasted out of the air, flung in 3 different directions. Their bodies like ripped apart by your explosion.
I did that at 3rd level, by the way.
Okay.
That's why I did so much damage. So that is my action, and my bonus action is nothing because I have nothing to do. So I'm just gonna hunker down. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not leaving Kit.
Okay, so you see a group of 6 of them go surround Zagrin and Seleus, go fly around Zagrin and Seleus, and they just start pelting them with the barbs off their tails, right? Like Zagrin, they have no problem entering into your magical darkness and seeing you without fail, and they begin hitting you with their barbed tails. So I've got a dozen of these here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're gonna do the first 6 on Zagrin, the first 6 on the second 6 on Seleus. So Zagrin, your AC?
14.
Okay, so you're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're taking 8 piercing and 7 fire. It's going to be, let me just add it up. So it doesn't matter to you one way or the other. So 15, 21, 33. You take 33 total damage as these spikes slam into you.
Zagrin seems scratched and a little bruised, but the blue armor around him fades and seems to have absorbed most of it.
Seleus, your AC is at this point 19, is that right? Okay, so you take 10 plus another 12, 22. Yeah, you take 22 damage as 2 of these missiles are able to sink into you. These barbs from the tail like shoot in and sink into you.
Yeah, Seleus lets out a grunt.
And the darkness fades around Zagrin as he's distracted when he's hit.
Okay, great. All right. Around Kit and Essie, 2 of them, the two that are there, one shoots 2 barbs at you, Kit. The other's going to land and fight. So let's go. 12 and 17 to hit.
One of them.
17 hitting, you get 8.
Yes.
You take 8 points of damage. The other one comes in and stabs you with its fork.
With its Joe
and-
Biden. Sorry.
Wow. And with the other, it grabs onto you. And it tries to pull you up. So it's going to try and grapple you and lift you into the air. So let's go. Make me a athletics or acrobatics, please.
Acrobatics. 24.
Yeah, it grabs onto you, but as it does so, it just rips off a piece of your furs and doesn't get a grip at all, and it just flies up into the air. And now it's hanging 10 feet over you.
I'm glad that was furs and not something else.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so did I get hit only once?
You did. Yeah, you only got hit once.
And it was 8, so I'm gonna have that.
Okay. Okay. Calamity comes out of the tent here. Oops, what did I do? Calamity comes out of the tent, and she is spitting mad. She looks around at all these things. And sees the clump over Seleus and Zagrin, and she begins calling up some magical force, and she flings out a ball of fire that explodes into this massive conflagration over a crowd of hitting 4 of them at once. Right, the fire surrounding them, and as the heat, like you can feel it all. You can all feel the heat, wash over you with this blast, and yet the creatures seem entirely unaffected. Just moving around as if born into the flame. And Calamity looks pretty scared. Yeah. Okay.
We're all one-trick ponies. Oh no.
Okay. So she stumbles over to Essie and Kit and is just staying close to you and trying to figure out what to do next. Top of the round here, folks. It's been an interesting start. Zagran and Seleus, hoping to use the magical cover of darkness, found out that was no cover at all for these fiendish foes, and were peppered with spikes as these things were flicking barbs out of their tails down towards you all. Kit and Essie, right? You took some fire. Essie, you were able to destroy a whole group of them. Kit, you were able to destroy the one that you flung your dagger at. But yet one came in and tried to grab Kit and take her away. The other tried to stab at her. And Calamity found out to her dismay that her fire doesn't burn these creatures. And with that, we return to the top of the round with Zagran.
Zagran looks at whatever ones are closest to him up in the air and whips Lyrimnor in their general direction twice, firing off 2 Eldritch Blasts. First one, 28 hits for 7.
Okay.
Oh, nope, sorry. 9. Make that 9 damage. And second beam, how injured does that one look?
It looks okay.
Okay, so I'll hit that one again. 20 hits for another 14 force damage.
You want to tell me how you destroy it?
Yeah, Zagran looks pretty scared and cold and shivering after he hits it once, and it's still flying at him, and he's kind of just huddled up, ready for it to swoop in and hit him. And Lyrimnor just by itself kind of shoots off one more laser and blasts it out of the sky.
The creature goes careening down towards the ground and smashes into the tent, knocking it over. Essie, Calamity, and Kit, there's the tent falls over right onto where you are, and you can smell smoke from that fire you had inside the tent as it begins to burn a little. Okay.
And are they can I move without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, they're in the air. None of them are close to you. They're all about 20 feet in the air.
Yeah. So yeah, I will run towards Kit and Essie.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So you get over to where the tent fell, right? And you're right there in that area. Seleus, you're up.
The closest one to me, I can strike from 15 feet away. So I just move over to
none of them are within that range. I guess, no, you can jump up and get them. They're only 20 feet high.
Yeah, and somebody give a little jump.
Yeah.
And I'll swing at the first one near me.
Parkour.
Alley-oop. Oh, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
1d8 plus a d6 plus a d8 plus an 8. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
It's hit, but it's not down.
All right. I'm going to hit it again. Actually, I'm going to do a quick little jaunt to the other one, the next closest one to it, and strike it with... That's a 22.
That hits.
And 10 points of damage to that one. And I'm going to use a key point for Flurry of Blows. back to the other one. 18 to hit.
That hits.
1d6 plus 6. 2d6 plus 6. 15. Back to the first one that I hit.
Yeah, you want to describe the way you kill it?
Yeah, I jump in the air and pull its wings off. Ah! Land and look at the other one and just like run jump kick out of the air. Actually, one of the straight like rah
Parkour.
front kicks to the back. That's another 22.
It hits.
This is back to the second one that I attacked. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah. That shadow comes up from your front kick and just clobbers the thing and caves its fucking skull in.
Yeah, bring it down to the ground with me, land on it.
Yeah. Great.
And then I run over to Zagrin.
Okay. All right, Kit, you're up. You lose a little bit of movement, so you're going to lose 10 feet of movement getting out from under this, starting to smolder tent. And you're still surrounded by two creatures. They're all up in the air, so they're each 10 feet up in the air, at least 10 feet. One of them is 20 feet. And now your group seems to have kind of brought itself in very close together.
So I've already moved on my turn, so I can't do my special move.
Oh, right.
But
We'll let you do it. If you're not going to move, I'll let you do
You
it.
can just do it through the tent folds.
let me just ask this. So the lowest one down is 10 feet.
Mhm.
Is there anything I could get, like, speaking of parkour, like, is there anything I could get, like, some, like, jump off of, like, get a little bit of height elevation and jump up?
Here's the deal. If Essie rolls a 10 or over in athletics and you roll a 15 or over in acrobatics, she'll fling you up into the air and you'll get over this thing and you'll have advantage on your attack.
Awesome.
So what do I have to do for athletics?
10 or over.
Okay, I got it. 13.
Let me roll my acrobat.
Oh boy, let's
You
go.
just clasp-
We've been
clasp your
practicing
hands
this.
together.
100%.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that is a 23.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
you-
a 33. Sorry, 33.
Yeah, I was going to say
I'm
that
like-
23 is way too low.
Whip my
Um,
musket up to give her like a something to jump off of, and then
Yeah, you give her like a push. Kit goes flying into the air like perfectly until she's right fucking over this thing. Ready to nail it. Go ahead.
Okay, let me roll. Okay, so that is a 15 to hit. Is that
It hits, yeah.
okay? And then there's a lot of dice to be rolled. Let me roll these dice. That's 10, 18, 20 plus my d4. 22, 20. It's plus 6. 28.
Is this dagger or short sword? 28 damage, yeah, of course.
Oh no, it's dagger. Yeah, it's dagger.
Okay. So like flying up and over, right? Like flying up and over as you get behind this thing, like still upside down, you just take your dagger and you slide it in like right behind its skull, right where the spine meets the skull, and you just pull it in and sever the spine there. The thing falls limply down and you land right beside it as it crashes down there. Very cool move.
It's dead.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, it's very
All
dead.
right, cool. And I guess that there isn't another one close by for me to attack again, so I will. Go ahead.
Yeah. You rolled a natural 20 on that, so while you're up in the air, if you want to lash out with your bonus action at the other one, I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. That's an 18 to hit.
And it's
And for that, it's a d6. So, 8 points of damage. Oh, that's my face.
all right. You cut it, although it's still up.
All right.
Still up and flying.
That's my turn.
Okay. Essie, you're up.
Essie's going to take some time and think, gosh, she's freaking done this before, but she's going to she's going to expend a spell slot this time as she's assembling her equipment, and then just you see this little bit of magic as she tinkers and it revs up and comes to life. She's going to do the same thing, the Force Ballista, and then just aim it at the last remaining one that's like super close to us. And she's going to fire a shot at it.
Okay.
Ooh, it's terrible. 13?
13 hits.
Oh, 13 hits? Wow. Okay. That's pretty epic. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20 points of force damage. As
20
it's knocked
points of force
5
damage.
feet back.
It's knocked a lot more than 5 feet back. You hit it and like its body like clearly you see all its bones crumpling in its chest as it flings out into the night.
All right. That's it. That's my action and bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna just stick close.
You hear like almost like a laughing caw out there in the darkness. Almost a mocking caw out there in the darkness, and the remaining devils all turn and begin flying back out into the night. Turn and begin flying back out into the night.
What was so funny?
And with that, folks, you rush to put out your smoldering tent. And yeah, you can get back to where you were.
Well.
Okay.
Oh, I hate it when they get away. Should we go hunt them down? You think they're still around here, or do you think they can fly out of these parts?
I don't know if heading out into the wilderness at this state right now is the best idea. We have to rebuild our camp anyway, and while we should be alert, I don't know that we should be on the offensive at the moment.
We've got work to do.
Sick of sitting and waiting for something to attack us. All right, I'll help with the tent.
Yeah, we try and do that.
Yeah, you put your tent back together and reestablish your camp. You can tell Kit that Calamity's somewhat shaken that her fire was ineffective. You can tell Calamity's somewhat shaken that her fire was ineffective.
Kit's just gonna. She seems kind of distracted, but she's gonna walk over to Calamity. There's something strange going on, Calamity.
Those things. Those aren't. We've seen these before.
We have. I saw something tonight. Chalea showed me. It's beneath the ice. It's a whole realm down there with creatures and torture. I saw the warlock.
She brushes the scarring still that's visible on her head from that terrible burn she took. She goes, "Okay. What'd you see?"
He's captured. He's being tortured. I don't know why, but whoever's going down there, it's more than we can handle.
It's gonna be all right, kid.
You
You're
didn't
gonna
see.
be all right.
You didn't see what I saw. Julia showed me. I'm scared.
I can see you are, kid. And I'll be honest, I'm scared too, but she grabs your hand, she goes, I've seen you, kid. I've seen what you can do. And I believe in you. And I've never believed in anybody. If anyone can get through this, it's you. So I'm not saying don't be scared, but I am saying that if anyone's going to come out of this alive, it's you.
Kit will just squeeze her
And
hand.
if you come out of it alone, you remember to look after my sister, okay?
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
I won't let anything happen to you.
And I'll just give her another squeeze and like a little hug.
Yeah, great. So you begin putting your camp back together and kind of recouping from this surprise midnight attack. And we're actually going to wrap up right there, folks. So no cliffhanger this time. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. We certainly had fun having you all. If you like the show, you can find us all over the internet. You can find our Discord here, which I'm going to put in the chat one more time. Love to hear from you. Come chat. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. Just give us some theories. There's a private DM chat if you want to chat with me about things that are happening in the background. I can give you some fun insights into what's happening here. Join us here every Saturday from 1 to 4 Central Time. And this week I'm going to be doing some prep sessions here recorded on Super this week, the week coming up. So whenever you're watching this, after that, be doing some prep sessions, and we're actually start work on a little module that you can see me developing here live and online. And I think that's all. I want to say thanks to everybody who watched. Thanks to the folks at Tabletop Audio one more time. And really, cast and crew, thank you so much for hanging out. This was a blast. All right.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody. See ya.
See you next time.